Pokemon Day 2025 is going to be here extremely soon, which means we're going to finally uncover so many secrets or hints or theories and all of that stuff regarding Legends ZA. We pretty much do not know anything about this game. We don't know exactly when it's going to be taking place. We don't know how it looks. We don't know what Pokemon are going to be in the game. I mean, we kind of do because there are a lot of Pokemon in the trailer, but we don't know what Mega Evolutions are coming back. We don't know about the regional variants. We don't know so many different things. And it's been about 1 year of silence from Gamefreak and Nintendo about Pokemon Legends ZA, which makes me think this next trailer is going to be really good, and hopefully it's going to reveal so much information. And since the Presents is coming out really soon, I'm trying to make as many theory videos as I can right now, because I'm sure that most of the theories out there are going to be answered and solved with this next trailer that's coming out. So is this game going to be taking place in the past or the present or the future? And right before we get to the topic of this video, subscribe to the channel to help me reach my goal of 16,000 subscribers before the end of the month. Any support you guys show goes such a long way, and for the people that have been supporting the channel for a while now, thank you so much. It does not go unnoticed, and I really appreciate it so much. Alright, back to the video. So the first trailer, I'm sure you guys have all seen it tons of times. I've seen it again and again. I've watched this trailer too many times probably, but it obviously seems like it starts in some sort of early-ish kind of setting, maybe the 1800s or something. I think overall, I think this game is going to be somewhat modern. I think if it is going to take place in the past, I think it's going to be within 200 or 300 years. I don't think it's going to be how Legends Arceus was set in the ancient past, in the ancient Sinnoh region. I think this game, Legends ZA, is going to be something more modern than that. And in real life, there was actually a huge Paris redevelopment, which this trailer, the official trailer, the first one that we had last year, says that this is going to be a redevelopment plan. So I think the game is maybe going to progress. It's possible that this game could progress and start off in the past, then the present, and then go to the future. That would be kind of hard to pull off, but I think it's possible. And I actually made an entire video about the real life Paris redevelopment plan and how I think that could be the overall setting of this game, because the Kalos region in Lumio City, it's based off of Paris, France, which is super awesome. It's a cool region, which is really cool. I think the Kalos region is super cool, and every single region of Pokemon, every generation, is based off of a real life country, which is really awesome. So sure you guys knew that, just figured I'd mention it right now in case you guys didn't. But the trailer seems to kind of go and move towards a modern or even futuristic feeling, where it goes from the paper kind of style, the paper brown, written, drawn out stuff, and it moves to a 3D brightly colored neon render of what the city is going to look like. That's the crazy thing that everyone has been talking about since this trailer came out. I really thought this game was going to be a past game, but now I'm dang, it could be a past and a present and a future game. Which is hard to say though, because Legends Arceus took place in the past, the ancient past, way in the past, before the Sinnoh region was even a thing. And, this is the second entry into the Legends series. This is the second Pokemon Legends game that we've had, which means we don't really know the formula and the format of the Legends games as a whole. We don't know if every single Legends game is going to be in the past. You would think so, because the title Legends, the word Legends, makes it seem like it's a legend, like a tale that people tell at campfires, oh, legend has it, this happened. So that makes me think it's gonna be in the past, and maybe it could literally be in the past and lead up right to the events of Pokemon X and Y. Maybe this game doesn't go past the events of X and Y, but just right before it. I mean, it could even be a game that has a lot to do with time travel. Time travel has always been a huge topic within Pokemon as a whole, the series, the movies. Legends Arceus had some sort of time travel thing with Ingo, which is from Black and White, and he was in Legends Arceus through some sort of time distortion thing. So this game could even involve some time travel. I kind of doubt it though. I don't think that they're going to go that far as to where it's we're going to be playing this game and then it's going to time travel us to the future. I would think that would be cool, and I actually would really like that. I just don't think that's going to happen with this game. I feel like it could even just be starting off right in the point of time where they are about to make the modern change, because in real life with the Paris stuff, it was they modernized France. I think it was 60 or something like that, the year 1860 that is. So that's still kind of modern-ish, at least compared to Legends Arceus, right? So that means this game would take place within, 2-ish hundred years. And what they did in real life with the Paris redevelopment in real life was they modernized France. And that seems like what they're doing with the trailer that we got last year for Legends Arceus on Pokemon Day. I think that this game is probably going to modernize Lumio City in the Kalos region. Probably has something to do with like the ultimate weapon. I made a couple theories about like the ultimate weapon, Zygarde and AZ and all of that, which I think AZ is going to be in this game. This is a little bit besides the point, which AZ is like a 3,000 or so year old man that was in X and Y. He's a really cool character. The lore around him is so cool, but I think he must have something to do with the storyline. There's no way he doesn't have like a big, overall storyline within this game. And going back to the time travel stuff, Scarlet and Violet had a lot of time travel stuff with it with the Paradox Pokemon. So Pokemon and Game Freak and Nintendo, they like to have the time travel stuff be part of the storyline. So I think if there was going to be anything revolving time travel, I think they'd save it to be more so as like surface level time travel. Not to where we are actually the ones physically time traveling, because like Ingo in Legends Arceus, he time traveled somehow. It's not known, like it wasn't shown, but he was, he time traveled in that game somehow. And with Scarlet and Violet, we don't actually time travel ourselves, but all these Paradox Pokemon and stuff come from the future, and if you ask Google, which they give you the AI overview, which I would never ever trust AI overview with Google, because what the Google AI stuff does is it basically just randomly picks and chooses stuff from random websites, like even like Reddit, and just kind of says it as truthful stuff. Take this with a grain of salt. This is literally just the Google AI. I want to say I don't believe that this is exactly what's the case here. I don't think this is exactly what's going to happen, but it says Legends ZA is set in the past, specifically during an urban redevelopment project in Lumio City, which is based on Paris before the events of X and Y. Okay, that seems pretty legit so far, right? Past setting, this game is not set in the past, present, or future. Set in the present or future, but rather in the past during a period of urban redevelopment in the Lumio City. Overall, I think that the most likely time frame of this game is probably going to be before X and Y, probably within 200 years before the events of those games. And if it does take place after the fact, which I don't think it's going to be, I really don't think it would be after X and Y, only because it's a Legends game. I don't think it would make sense for a Pokemon Legends game to take place in the future. I think they should probably just open up a new kind of line of games if they want to do future games that take place in the future. Because a legend is a tale, right? Like a story. So a Legends game has to take place in the past. And if it does take place after X and Y, I think it's probably going to be a couple of years after X and Y. That way, the characters and, people in the events of X and Y, in the game X and Y, have time to kind of progress, and we have some new storylines, some new dialogue, some, growth and development of those characters off screen, I guess. But like I said, I think it's going to take place probably in like the 1800s or something like that, which I still think is really cool. I think that's a really cool time in history, and as a whole for the Pokemon series, I think it's a perfect excuse to give us a whole city that we can just explore. This game is taking place in Lumio City. It doesn't seem like we're really going to be able to go outside of the city, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to, even though it's not traditional. I think it's going to be exciting to see, though, just because we've never had something like this with a Pokemon game. I just want to see how they're going to pull it off. And I really like Pokemon X and Y. They're actually one of my favorite Pokemon games ever. I really like those games. I think you should play them if you haven't, because I think the storyline is cool. I like the graphics and the animation a lot. And it's the first 3DS Pokemon game. It's pretty special. I think it's an awesome game. And I think this game is going to be good. I think it's going to be good because we haven't had any information in about a year, so hopefully that means they're kind of cooking stuff up behind the scenes. But anyways, if you're watching this far in the video, comment down below sushi, and as well as that, let me know your thoughts. Do you think this game is going to be in the past, present, or the future? Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.